I saw the check. I guess it was for Pop's location.
All right, check the hit list.
Zip had a check in his right pocket, right back pocket, and that check was for $1 million. Jimmy Henchman got him the check for Black Ground Records. Follow the paper.
B. Diddy's former bodyguard, Eugene Dill, has claimed on several internet platforms that he had seen what was believed to be the $1 million check, which acted as the bounty payment for the 1996 murder of Tupac Shakur. The check was said to have come from notorious New York gangster Jimmy Henchman, who was also responsible for paying for the 1994 shooting of Tupac, where he was shot 5 times in the lobby of a New York recording studio, while Henchman and Puffy waited upstairs. Online reports claim Jimmy Henchman may have been responsible for introducing illicit funding to Puffy to help with the startup of his label Bad Boy Entertainment. Gene Dill had mentioned the check, which he had believed may have been the payment for Tupac's murder, had come from Jimmy Henchman and then given to Eric Zip Martin, another notorious figurehead of New York. Zip had connections to the Southside Compton Crips in Los Angeles, who he had introduced Puffy to. The check had the intentions of going to a Southside Compton Crip called Keefy D, but Zip had kept the money, and FBI reports claim Zip had used the check in purchasing a New York nightclub called the Zip Code. In this video, we're going to take a look into the paper trail of Tupac's murder based on the Keefy D narrative and the one remaining asset which attaches Puffy to the paper trail of the murder of Tupac. Puff Daddy initially started his role in the music industry working with Uptown Records as a talent director. Puffy had worked at Uptown 3 years before being fired in 1993. Puffy then set up his own label, Bad Boy Entertainment, in 1993, where he had gotten a distribution deal with Arista Records. Puffy had then launched marketing campaigns for his newly discovered artists, Biggie Smalls and Craig Mack, which helped with launching their careers. This upstart of Bad Boy and his artists has long been associated to rumors connecting it to the Black Mafia family. Gossip columns and a 1998 Vanity Fair feature piece have explored the rumors of where Puffy received financing for his record label. BMF, otherwise known as the Black Mafia family, have long been the source of these rumors, with gossip columnists referring to DA informant files from cases against BMF, which outline alleged connections between BMF and Bad Boy Entertainment. Celebrity gossip columnist Lipstick Alley contains submissions regarding statements made listed in DA informant files, which claim that money allegedly came from the Black Mafia family through their top-level administrator, Fleming Daniels. Fleming Daniels was from Brooklyn, being the same as Puffy's artist Biggie, with Fleming being known as the third-in-command in BMF. BMF was a nationwide drug trafficking organization and later entertainment venture, which made over $1 billion in drug sales, being headed by 2 brothers from Detroit, known as Big Meech and Southwest T. Paul Buford, who was once Puffy's head of security, was indicted under the BMF indictment of 2005, where he became a fugitive until 2009. Puffy's cousin Darrell Taylor took the stand in the indictment case, where he had claimed to have personally received kilos from Big Meech. Fleming Daniels was associated to New York gangster Walter King Tut Johnson. King Tut and another New Yorker known as Haitian Jack were involved in a robbery gang together which was called the A-Team, which was then connected to Jimmy Henchman. The original A-Team in 1983 came from a group of 5%ers from East New York, with the name standing for the Allah Team, who were fighting against Jamaican drug gangs taking over the territory. King Tut was from the Cypress Hills Projects, which was the birthplace of the gang called the A-Team, which gangsters King Tut and Haitian Jack, who were initially stick-up kids, took on claiming the A-Team gang, as King Tut and Haitian Jack began robbing the Jamaican drug dealers, which the original A-Team gang were initially fighting against. Little Rick Martin, another gangster, adopted the name of the A-Team, which then began their own set of the crew, including Haitian Jack and King Tut. This new A-Team set, which became notorious throughout the late 1980s in New York, being known for robbing drug dealers, were then associated to Jimmy Henchman. Jimmy Henchman is now a convict for setting up the murder of 50 Cent affiliate Lodi Mack, but he was once a notorious gangster and record executive. Celebrity gossip website Lipstick Alley claimed without sources that more than one internal US Department of Justice memo quoting FBI and DEA informants claimed there were rumors of Jimmy Henchman through his connection to the A-Team gang with King Tut had gotten BMF member Fleming Daniels to provide a loan to Henchman. The rumor claims Puffy was then said to have sourced financing through Jimmy Henchman, with the money originally coming from BMF. Haitian Jack and others were known for trying to recruit artists to Bad Boy, as the rumor was that Henchman and the gang affiliates were extorting Bad Boy from initially providing the funding. Tupac had spoke on this in a 1996 interview with Sway, after the gang had put in a hit out on him for his refusal to sign to Bad Boy and for exposing them in the New York Daily News.
The East Coast drug dealers got them at extortion. I came and hooked them.
Jimmy Henchman financed what Tupac believed was a hit on him in November of 1994, where gang members from the A-Team, King Tut and Dexter Isaac, had shot Tupac 5 times in the lobby of a recording studio while Jimmy Henchman and Puffy were waiting upstairs. Tupac had met Haitian Jack in November of 1993 while filming in Puffy's hometown of Harlem for the movie Above the Rim. Haitian Jack began with trying to persuade Tupac to sign to Bad Boy, but Tupac had refused. Tupac was friendly with Puffy and Biggie during this time and would let Biggie open for him when performing live. Tupac refused to sign to Bad Boy and continued hanging out with Haitian Jack, where they would go to nightclubs together. Haitian Jack had introduced Tupac to a girl in a nightclub in November of 1993, with advancements being made towards Tupac within the club. Haitian Jack a few days later once again invited Tupac out, with Haitian Jack going to Tupac's hotel room at the Parker Meridian Hotel in Manhattan. Haitian Jack while there had called the same girl from the nightclub and had told her to come to the hotel. Tupac got a massage from the girl and then went to sleep and allowed Haitian Jack and the girl along with 2 others to stay in the hotel room while he slept in the bedroom, claiming he let them stay while he slept. The girl, after leaving the hotel room, had firstly called her lawyer to press charges against Tupac and the others, and then followed by calling the police. Tupac was then arrested shortly after and Haitian Jack had become his co-defendant, but Haitian Jack had his case severed from Tupac's, with Haitian Jack facing no jail time. Tupac's trial went into 1994, and while in a nightclub, he told New York Daily News reporter A.J. Benza that Mike Tyson had warned him about Haitian Jack and how he felt as if Haitian Jack had set him up in the case. Tupac's words were reported in the New York Daily News the following day, and members of the A-Team gang and Jimmy Henchman saw the claims and decided to do something about it for Tupac speaking out.
This is the Daily News, they put it out on me.
Tupac, during a live news broadcast outside of the courthouse on November 29, 1994, made allegations of Haitian Jack being a snitch. Tupac's cousin William Lassane claimed during an interview on Cytonia Live that he had seen paperwork on Haitian Jack which confirmed him to be an informant.
We saw the paperwork. He sued us. He sued the family. After Pop got killed, he sued them. And we saw in his paperwork that he was a known informant. I saw with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Ori Spado, who is an author and Haitian Jack's former roommate, also claimed that Haitian Jack was an informant for the FBI.
He was an informant for the FBI for a long time.
Court documents from Jimmy Henchman's lawyer revealed that Henchman had worked with agents in New York in the 90s to assist with solving historical crimes. The document had put forth reports in the media of Henchman being either an informant for police intelligence or for the feds during the 90s. The day after the live broadcast of the snitch accusations, Jimmy Henchman invited Tupac to Quad Recording Studio in Manhattan, promising him $7,000 for a feature verse, being for an artist Henchman was managing. When Tupac arrived, 18 gang members, King Tut and Dexter Isaac, were waiting for him in the lobby where they had shot him 5 times and took some of his jewelry, except for a $25,000 Rolex given to him by Haitian Jack.
It was these fools from New York, this gang out there called the A-Team. They said they wanted my jewelry.
I think that kind of rubbed me out, really.
Puffy and Biggie were at the studio upstairs with Tupac riding the elevator up to them after being shot. Guns belonging to the Bad Boy entourage were hidden within a piano which Tupac had taken the rap for. The following day, Tupac was wheelchaired into court to receive a 4-year sentence in his case with Haitian Jack. Haitian Jack, having his trial severed from Tupac's, never received any jail time. Biggie released a song called Who Shot Ya while Tupac was in prison, and although it was claimed to have been recorded before the robbery took place, most blamed Puffy for releasing the song, trying to capitalize off of the drama from the exposure it was getting. Tupac, while in prison, had wrote a hit list which contained King Tut, Jimmy Henchman, and Haitian Jack. While Tupac was in prison during the first half of 1995, West Coast record executive Suge Knight began to visit him as he had lawyers working on an appeal to have him released from prison and signed to Death Row Records. Suge Knight in 2017 revealed during a prison interview that he also had intentions of signing Biggie, with Biggie being known to have gotten success using the West Coast synth sounds of G-Funk as seen in the song Big Poppa.
I never had a problem with Biggie. In reality, my plan was to bring him to Death Row.
The 1995 Source Awards took place in New York on August 3rd, 1995. Death Row Records and Bad Boy had both attended the event, with it being on Bad Boy's turf of the East Coast. When Death Row performed, they had their stage design with each artist coming out of a cell, and had a cardboard cutout of Tupac in one of the cells, symbolizing that he was soon to come to Death Row. Suge Knight, while accepting an award, gave a shout out to Tupac and then dissed Puff Daddy for always taking a spotlight in Biggie's videos by dancing in them and for ad-libbing on his records. He then went on to hint that Biggie should sign to Death Row. The East Coast audience went on to boo Suge Knight, with Nate Dogg from Death Row revealing how the boos could literally be felt vibrating throughout his body. The East Coast audience then also started to boo Death Row artists Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg when they accepted an award. Puffy replied to the diss by saying that the East Coast vs West Coast had to stop. Puffy a month later was implicated in the murder of Suge Knight's close friend and blood gang member Jake Robles. Suge Knight and Puffy were at a club in Atlanta called the Platinum House, where a confrontation had broken out and Jake Robles was shot and killed, with it being blamed on Bad Boy. Deputy CJ Howard, who was providing off-duty security at the party, had identified Southside Compton Crip Orlando Anderson and Corey Edwards as being with Puffy when the shooting had taken place, and had listed them as suspects in police documents. Puffy's connection to the Southside Compton Crips ties the criminal elements together back into the East Coast, into what has been reported in legal documents as Puffy dubbing as the Enterprise. Kirk Burroughs was the president of Bad Boy before being fired in 1997 and went on to sue Puffy for $25 million in 2003. The Burroughs vs. Puffy case contained 37 legal documents where Burroughs claimed Puffy had set up what Puffy dubbed as the Enterprise, which the documents claim were a group which allegedly carried out murder and extortion. This group, listed in the legal documents as the Enterprise, is believed to tie together the criminal factions of New York, such as the A-Team gang, and through people like Eric Zip Martin, the Southside Compton Crips of the West Coast. The legal documents reveal that Burroughs had claimed that with full approval of the so-called Enterprise, Puffy had allegedly sanctioned the 1995 hit of Suge Knight's close friend and blood gang member Jake Robles. Southside Compton Crip Keefy D, in a secretly recorded police confession from 2009, claimed Puffy would give the Crips tickets to events while he was on the West Coast to provide protection from Suge Knight's Bloods. A month after Jake Robles was killed, Tupac was bailed out of prison by Suge Knight and had signed a 3-album deal